1226 on Twitter to keep informed with the latest happening near you.
Help us fight for life and train the CSRA. Contact the American Heart Association for details.
Follow News 1226 on Instagram to see what's trending in your area.
From the station that's on your side, breaking news.
We continue to follow that breaking news, sending shockwaves through the sports world. Tiger Woods is in the hospital after a very serious car accident. A live look now at the scene of the crash just outside of Los Angeles. You're looking at aerial footage there. Investigators and Woods' manager confirm Woods has multiple leg injuries. He's reportedly in surgery as we speak. There's no official word on his condition, but LA County officials say Tiger suffered moderate to critical injuries. They say Woods was the only one involved in this crash, and as you can see, that car did roll over on its side. Paramedics say they had to use the jaws of life to get Tiger out of the car. All this happened right after 7 o'clock this morning, West Coast time. Sending things now over to our sports reporter, Nick Proto. He joins us live in our new studio with what this could mean for Tiger's career. And Nick, unfortunately, this is not looking good.
No, not great, Meredith, but ESPN reporting Tiger's injuries are non-life-threatening, which is good, though they haven't given the extent of those injuries. Tiger's agent released a statement via Golf Digest saying he is in surgery, and they want to thank everyone for their privacy and their support. Members of the golf community also voicing their support for Tiger. Justin Rose tweeting, quote, "We know how tough you are. We've seen it 100 times, hoping and praying you're okay, my friend." Bryson DeChambeau saying he's heartbroken and shocked, and he's praying for a full recovery as well. Justin Thomas, emotional, talking about it in an interview, saying he's sick to his stomach seeing one of his closest friends go through this. Chairman Fred Ridley with Augusta National also releasing a statement saying, in part, Tiger Woods is part of the Augusta National family. We pray for him, for his full recovery, and for his family during this difficult time. On the golf side of things, Tiger's coming off a December back surgery, his 5th in 7 years. In an interview with CBS Sunday at the Genesis Invitational, Tiger said he has not yet ramped up full golf activity following that surgery. But putting golf aside for a second, Woods is a father of 2, and Thomas expressed his concerns for Tiger's children, Charlie and Sam. Again, Tiger's injuries are not expected to be life-threatening, so good news there, but still a scary moment for his family. We're keeping a close eye on this situation, and we'll be bringing you more info as soon as we hear it. Meredith?
And we wish him the best in his recovery now. Thanks for that, Nick. Turning our attention now to Ahmaud Arbery. It has been 1 year since the 25-year-old was shot and killed while jogging in Brunswick, Georgia. He was in a neighborhood there. Now, 1 year later, the nation is remembering his life and reflecting on his death. We want to take you live to a vigil right now happening in his memory. Excuse me. It's getting started now in Waynesboro. Friends and family are gathered at the New Springfield Baptist Church there. Things just now starting. It was supposed to start right at 5 o'clock, but they are running a little behind. Everyone attending is asked to wear a blue ribbon in Aubrey's honor. Our crew is there, of course. We'll continue to bring you coverage, some emotional speeches likely happening in just the next couple of minutes there. Gregory and Travis McMichael, the men who chased Aubrey through the Brunswick neighborhood, they are behind bars facing murder charges, but still, a year later, they don't have a trial date yet. William Bryan, who is accused of recording the entire thing, he is also being held without bond. Aubrey's mother says it is frustrating waiting for justice, but she is encouraged to remain strong.
I wouldn't say that I've healed much. I've learned how to take day by day, sometimes hour by hour. And I pray and I stand on my faith. And God will get me through.
Today, she is filing a civil rights lawsuit, rather. We'll bring you more on that coming up in the next half hour. Aiken ramping up to 5 days a week learning at school. In just a few hours, the Aiken County School Board will meet for the first time since the superintendent announced that plan yesterday. Our Wrdw spoke to parents on both sides about this.
Well, beginning on Monday next week, some parents across Aiken County will be sending their kids back to face-to-face learning. It's an announcement many parents were waiting for, while others say it's just not the right time. Almost 19,000 students will fill these halls at schools across Aiken County as they return to in-person learning. Many parents are feeling a sigh of relief, even as vaccinations are still up in the air for teachers. Some parents I spoke to say the schools have done a good job keeping their kids safe in the classroom. A report by the CDC says schools can successfully have in-person learning with social distancing, hand washing, sanitizing, and mask wearing. In a statement, the school district says in-person learning is more important now than ever before. Parents say they're being forced to act as teachers when the material is already difficult.
My son is doing pre-calculus. Pre-calculus is difficult in a normal school year. His teacher does the best she can, but it's just been an absolute disaster. We should have been back 5-day schools at least a month ago.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, we look at how the district is working with local health leaders to get some of those vaccines to teachers. Reporting in Aiken County, Will Rio on your side.
Thanks for that, Will. University Hospital ran its first vaccination clinic in South Carolina today. More than 750 people were vaccinated at Millbrook Baptist Church in Aiken. Rural Health Services provided the vaccines, and University ran the clinic. University says the clinic went smoothly, and they plan to expand their efforts in the coming weeks. That is, as long as they have vaccine supply.
It was important to us, just as we're doing in Augusta, to make sure that we get this vaccine to the patients that are most at risk and most needed. As long as we get the supply of vaccines, we will make sure we get them in arms.
University Hospital has another clinic at the same location. It is scheduled for next Thursday. More than 1,500 people are set to be vaccinated. It's been a nice day out there, Riley. We've had to deal with some rain, some cold temperatures, and then today it's almost like we've entered a different season.
It really has. We flipped the switch, Meredith, and luckily it's actually going to stick around for a little while for us. So if you couldn't get outside today, luckily tomorrow looks just as beautiful for us. Bluebird skies over Aiken County, temperatures over in Aiken currently at 68, but they did hit 70 earlier, so most of us saw well above average temperatures out there this afternoon. Those west winds have been fairly steady, between 10 to 15 most of today. Take a look at those winds across the region. Most of us are still seeing a breeze between 5 to 10 south of Augusta, but about 10 to 15 if you live along I-20 or further north. So up at the lake, they're probably dealing with some breezy conditions as well. Up at the lake, they're at 67, 72 here at Bushfield, 69 in Aiken. Most of us seeing a mix of upper 60s and low 70s out there currently this afternoon. If you're stepping out this evening, temperatures won't be too cold. We should remain in the 50s through around 10 o'clock. Then late tonight and early tomorrow morning, those low temperatures are expected to bottom out close to 40 degrees for many of us. But high pressure is in control, keeping us quiet the next few days. But take a look at that next rain chance in that 7-day forecast in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Riley. Former Georgia Senator Dave. Coming up, the wife of infamous drug kingpin El Chapo arrested outside of Washington, D.C. Yeah, why authorities believe she played a much larger role than she let on. Next, Riley.
We are expecting another chilly start tomorrow morning, but warmer than average highs the next few days. Take a look at that in our next rain chance in that full forecast. Next.
Carolina, super selection, super value.
The wife of the notorious drug kingpin known as El Chapo is facing drug trafficking charges of her own today. As Stephanie Gosk reports, the 31-year-old was arrested yesterday and is set to have her first federal court appearance today in Washington, D.C.
The wife of the world's most notorious drug lord, Emma Coronel Iaceboro, publicly displayed loyalty to her husband during his weeks-long trial, becoming a constant fixture in court and a fierce defender in interviews. But now authorities say Coronel's loyalty extended to her husband's multi-billion-dollar drug empire. The 31-year-old arrested Monday at Dulles Airport outside of Washington, D.C. She's charged with participating in a conspiracy to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana into the U.S. Court documents allege that while El Chapo, whose real name is Joaquin Guzman, was in a Mexican prison in 2014, Coronel acted as a go-between and messenger between Guzman and his lieutenants, associates, and sons. The drug kingpin went on to famously escape that prison a year later, using a nearly mile-long underground tunnel, a getaway court documents say Coronel helped orchestrate. According to a witness, they discussed getting a GPS watch to El Chapo behind bars in order to pinpoint his exact whereabouts so as to construct the tunnel with an entry point accessible to him. After El Chapo was caught, authorities say Coronel allegedly tried to break him out again, but failed. He was then extradited to the U.S.
Emma Coronel is not the innocent individual that she pretends to be. She is very cold, calculating, and a very cunning woman.
Coronel married El Chapo on her 18th birthday in 2007. He was 50 years old. During his trial, when El Chapo asked a judge if he could hug his wife before opening arguments, the request was denied. Evidence presented in the trial showed her involvement in the criminal empire, something she denied. Telling Telemundo, "I've never done anything illegal." El Chapo was eventually convicted on all charges and sentenced to life in a super maximum security prison.
Again, Stephanie Gosk reporting there. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Coronel's attorney is not commenting on her arrest at this time. Her court appearance will happen virtually this afternoon. All right, taking another look outside. Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale, this is one of those days it is good to be a meteorologist because you have great news. Today is a day, I know we're not supposed to thank you for the weather. We're not supposed to shoot the messenger either when we don't like it, but today, why don't you go ahead and take a little bit of credit for it?
Actually, it's funny you say that, Meredith, because I stepped into the control room earlier and they were like, "Thank you for the beautiful weather out there today." And I was like, "Well, you're welcome. It took a lot of work to get this here." So, yeah, beautiful conditions out there, sunny skies, and temperatures hitting close to 70 for many of us. We're still at 71 at Daniel Field, and those winds have been a little bit breezy at times. Only 9-mile-an-hour breeze currently inside Bobby Jones, but outside of that, those winds have been picking up between 10 to 15. But these are calming down now, and that's going to be the trend this evening into tonight. Actually, after midnight, we're expecting winds to be pretty much just calm out there. Now, our temperatures currently remaining in the mid-60s in Edgefield, Saluda, up at the lake, Preston, Evans, and Augusta. We're most likely upper 60s, low 70s for your backyard. Now, early tomorrow morning, those low temperatures will be in the upper 30s, clear skies, comfortable temps, just a little bit of a chill out there early, but shouldn't need the jacket all too long. By lunchtime, we're hitting highs in the upper 60s, and then later to the afternoon, increasing those most likely into the mid-70s for us. So coming home from work, a beautiful drive home. Just make sure you grab those sunglasses, especially if you're going to be going westbound looking into that sun. Now, for temperatures tonight, once again, dropping to the upper 30s, low 40s. So there will be a chill out there early on, but not going to last all too long for us. Those highs back above average. In normal high temperatures this time of year, mid-60s. So we're about 5 to 10 degrees above that across most of the area for your Wednesday afternoon. Now, we are expecting to stay warm through Thursday, but more clouds will start to show up Thursday, and that's going to be a sign of some rain moving in by Thursday night and throughout the day on Friday. And on Friday, those temperatures are going to drop as well as those rain chances go up. For the weekend, we are expecting the chance for a few isolated showers, but the trends I'm actually seeing in our longer range models looking better for us. Not expecting anything to be too widespread out there for the weekend. But high pressure is moving in Wednesday, keeping those skies clear. Plenty of sunshine again tomorrow. On Thursday, we are expecting a few clouds as a front just kind of hangs around and stalls to our south. On Friday, we're going to couple that with some upper level energy that's going to provide us some better ingredients to produce some widespread showers throughout the day on Friday. Now, the weekend, depending on where this surface front ends up, if it hangs to our north, then that's going to keep those rain chances north of us. So I'm liking this trend in the longer range models, keeping us a little bit drier into the weekend. Now, past the weekend, we are expecting another round of some showers by Monday before we do cool back off down closer to average rolling into Tuesday. Now, for the next couple of days, though, those highs remaining above average, get outside and enjoy it.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. It's probably something you do at night before you're going to sleep, but you might want to stop. Coming up, why charging your phone overnight may not be the best idea. One of the more frustrating things about owning a smartphone is watching the battery die earlier and earlier in the day. There are many things that can damage a smartphone battery, but is leaving it on charge overnight one of them? Well, we've heard rumors, right? Jamie Tucker is getting us answers.
And this is one of those things that a lot of people can't agree on, but if you put your phone on charge, leave it on charge overnight, it could shorten your battery's lifespan. And here's why. Most batteries' lifespan is measured in charging cycles. Apple says its iPhone batteries have about 500 cycles before you notice a big difference. Not how many times you charge it, but if you charge it when it hits 50%, that's half a charge. The next time will make a full charge. That's true for other phones because they all use the same battery technology. Overnight, a phone stops charging when it hits 100%. It'll drop to 99% at some point and then charge again to 100. This is called a battery trickle. Over time, theoretically, it'll make up for a few full charging cycles. Now, iPhones have a feature to prevent battery trickle by learning when you go to sleep and when you wake up. You can see this in this graph. My phone charged to 80% about an hour after I put it on charge at bedtime, and then between 4 and 5 in the morning, just before I wake up, it finished the charge to 100%. Now, you should check to make sure this is turned on in your battery settings. Now, Android phones do not have this feature. You can turn on battery optimization, which closes programs you're not using to save battery. iPads don't have the feature either, so battery trickle affects those devices. Best practice, charge your phone to 100% before you go to bed, then take it off charge. Wait till in the morning. The fact is, if you replace a phone every couple of years, charge it however you like. You probably won't notice a big difference before you buy a new phone. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Thanks for that, Jamie. Taking you back live to a vigil in memory of Ahmaud Arbery. It is happening now in Waynesboro. Friends and family are gathered at the New Springfield Baptist Church there. Everyone attending is asked to wear a blue ribbon in Arbery's honor. Our crew is there. We'll continue to bring you coverage. We're back in a bit.
We have beautiful conditions out there this afternoon. If you have any plans to be out this evening, temperature's not going to be too cold for us. We should remain in the 50s up until around 10 o'clock. Late tonight and early Wednesday morning, those low temperatures will most likely bottom out into the upper 30s and low 40s across the region. We'll keep clear skies tonight, light winds. Those winds will pick back up again tomorrow afternoon out of the southwest, and that'll bring those high temperatures back above normal into the mid-70s. We're expecting nice weather through Thursday, but expect rain Friday.
All right, thanks, Riley. We're back for more News 12 First at 5. Richard Rogers just walked in the studio. He'll join me in just 2 minutes.
Your weather can change in an instant, so stay in the know before you go with the 1226 Weather Alert Team. On the air, on your phone, on your side.
Does your home have
Woodsboro Road.